This black woman didn't just refuse to give up a seat. She got out of her car and fought the bus driver in the middle of the street. On June 15, 1955, 6 months before Rosa Parks would make history, Lucille Times was driving her 1951 Buick through the streets of Montgomery, Alabama. She wasn't even on a bus, but the bus system still found her. A driver named James Blake tried to run her off the road, not once, but 3 times. When they both stopped, Blake didn't offer an apology. He stepped off his bus and unleashed a wave of racial slurs. But Lucille Times wasn't looking for a polite protest. She stepped out of her car and met him head-on. They came to blows right there on the pavement. During the struggle, Lucille did what she had to do to protect herself. She bit him. This wasn't a peaceful demonstration. This was a fight for her life and her dignity. And here is the unfiltered twist. The man she fought, James Blake, is the exact same driver who would have Rosa Parks arrested 6 months later. That night, Lucille didn't just go home and cry. She called E.D. Nixon, the head of the local NAACP. Nixon, who was a brilliant strategist, told her what leaders often tell impatient people. Wait, we need the right moment. We need to organize. Lucille's response, I'm starting a boycott tomorrow. And she did. The very next day, Lucille and her husband Charlie started using their own car to pick up black neighbors. They told everyone they knew, don't ride the buses. If you need a ride, call the Times Cafe. For 6 months, Lucille ran a one-woman transportation system. She funded the gas. She did the driving. And she turned her business into a hub for resistance. When the citywide Montgomery Bus Boycott finally began in December 1955, Lucille wasn't a new volunteer. She was a seasoned veteran who had already been winning the war for half a year. She donated her car to the Montgomery Improvement Association and kept driving until the system broke. So, here is the question we have to ask. Why does history prefer the story of the woman who sat down over the woman who stood up and fought? Is it because Lucille's brand of resistance, physical, immediate, and unauthorized, is too dangerous for a textbook? Lucille Times lived to be 100 years old, passing away in 2021. She lived long enough to see her name finally added to the history books, but she never cared about the fame. She cared about the fight. I want to hear from you in the comments. Who inspires you more? The protester who waits for the committee or the one who starts the movement? Comment fighter to honor the legend of Lucille Times. Share this video with someone who thinks the boycott started with a single bus seat. We don't just tell the past. We show you the warriors they tried to edit out.